This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Dr. Doug Smith. Glad you could join us today for this podcast. This is the podcast where you will hear the truth. If you have ever experienced opioid withdrawal, this is the place to come to hear the truth about what exactly happened to you. Because what we do here in this podcast is we present the science. We present the science. We present the science, and there's a lot of science, a whole bunch of science. And then here you can come and listen to the science, work with the science, come to understand the science, and then make up your own opinion about what happened. Okay, now, Friday we had a little bit of a glitch. We didn't record well, so we're going to pick up again and redo the same information that we covered Friday, but this time with audio, so that'll be unique. And please like us, subscribe to us, post us on your social media, anything you've got with social media, post this, and let's get the word out there. This is a stunningly important point, okay? Because the name, let me read the title to you of the article that we're looking at. We're looking at a scientific article from a scientific journal. Okay, this is real stuff. This is actually a medical article from a medical journal. Okay, and the words are big and the concepts are big, and that can be a challenge. Okay, if you've got any questions, send me an email. Okay, but let me read the title of this study to you. Profound increase in epinephrine concentration. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Profound increase in epinephrine concentration. There's a whole bunch more words that follow that, but you don't need to know it. Profound increase in epinephrine concentration. Now, here's what you need to know about this study. Okay, this study was done with humans, 10 of them. They were volunteers from the local methadone clinic. These were opioid-dependent volunteers. The person doing the study is an anesthesiologist, a German anesthesiologist. This literature appeared in the German anesthesiology literature. There's a thing, and it's still going on today, about a way to try and help get people off of opioids, okay? And it's called ultra rapid detoxification. Okay, you can spend $20,000, go into a hospital for a couple of days. They'll put you to sleep with anesthesia, flood your system with naloxone, Narcan, and then wake you up. And supposedly you're cured. Okay, I'm not going to say anything about it. But Dr. Kienbaum here, what he was doing was he was looking to see if he thought that it was safe. Is it safe to put people to sleep with anesthesia and give them a bunch of Narcan, a bunch of naloxone? Is it safe for people who are opioid dependent? Is it safe? That's his question. Is it safe? And so he got 10 volunteers from the local methadone clinic, and he brought them into the hospital, and he put them to sleep with anesthesia, and he flooded their system with Narcan, naloxone. He immediately put them into opioid withdrawal. Now, there's two ways to go into opioid withdrawal. You stop taking all the opioids, a couple, 2-3 days later, you're sick as a dog. Or you take some Narcan, naloxone. There's actually 3 of them, naloxone, naltrexone, nalmefene. Those are the opioid blockers. All can be used to reverse an opioid overdose. Naloxone's are more common, and naloxone's what Dr. Kienbaum used here. So 10 volunteers come into the hospital, put you to sleep with anesthesia. You're opioid dependent. We're going to flood your system with naloxone. We're going to see what happens. And all you got to do is read the title. Okay, profound increase in epinephrine concentration. So as soon as Dr. Kienbaum gave these 10 volunteers Narcan and put them in withdrawal, boom, here comes this flood of epinephrine. Now, why does that matter? Well, remember, go all the way back to the first podcast. Okay, we started with Gunn in 1963. Gunn found that after 2 days of opioid withdrawal, half the contents of the adrenal glands were gone. 1963, half the contents of the adrenal glands are gone after 2 days of withdrawal. Akira Brody, 1968, found that, whoa, here's all the adrenaline, all the contents of the adrenal gland. Here it is in the urine. It's been metabolized. The body metabolized it. It was used and broken down and discarded. Used, broken down, discarded. That's metabolized. It did its thing. Can't have it sitting around forever. Let's give it to the kidneys to get rid of. The body sticks a little marker on it, a little methyl group, and when that methyl group is seen by the kidneys, boom, throw it into the urine, throw it away. Okay, it was marked for just disposal. Okay, and then we looked at Dell in 1990, and what Dell did was absolutely brilliant. Took little mice into a operating room he built, and put them to sleep with anesthesia, gave them Narcan, just like Kienbaum did. But Dell took it a step further, opened up their abdomens, isolated the adrenal glands. How you do that in a mouse, I have no earthly clue. And then hooked up a bunch of meters to the nerves, particularly the nerves that are involved in the what's known as the sympathetic nervous system. There's the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. These two comprise the autonomic nervous system. Google those and look them up, learn what they are, because if you want to understand what happened in withdrawal, you got to know this stuff. So let's take the time to learn it. And so he hooked up voltmeters to the nerves controlling the adrenal, sympathetic nerve going into the adrenal gland. And Dell saw that when he gave the Narcan, the naloxone, when he put the little tiny opioid-dependent mouse into opioid withdrawal, boom! Immediately there was a 400% surge in nerve activity in the nerve controlling the adrenal gland. Basically, the nerve lost control, and when the nerve lost control, the nerve lost control of the adrenal gland. And when the nerve lost control, there was a 400% surge in activity of the nerve, and an immediate 30-fold surge in epinephrine concentration, adrenaline. Okay, the body lost control of the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland spilled out a whole bunch of adrenaline. There you go. That's a big component of opioid withdrawal. Okay, doesn't really mesh with this brain theory of addiction. Okay, we're not talking about the brain here. We're talking about the adrenal gland. So the question was, will the same thing happen in humans? And Kienbaum wanted to know, hey, if the same thing's happening in humans, that ain't cool. Okay, if you're doing ultra rapid opioid detoxification by putting people to sleep, opioid dependent people to sleep, and giving them Narcan, and driving their adrenaline level sky high, you might kill somebody. So he wanted to know, does it happen in humans? And so he got 10 volunteers from methadone clinic, put them to sleep, gave them Narcan, and lo and behold, where Dell had seen a 20-fold surge in epinephrine, Kienbaum saw a 30-fold surge in epinephrine. Okay, probably because the human adrenal gland is bigger. I don't really, I see it the same thing. So exactly what happened in the mouse happened in the humans, which means this is exactly what's happening to you when you go into opioid withdrawal. Okay, your body's losing control of its organs. Think of the watery eyes. Well, you lost control of the mucosal glands in your eyes. Think of the runny nose. Well, you lost control of the mucosal glands in the nose. Think of the pouring sweat. Well, you lost control of your sweat glands. Think of the hair standing on end. Well, you lost control of the hair follicles. Think of the pounding heart. Well, you lost control of your heart rate. Some of that might be the adrenaline. Think of your bowels. You lost control of your bowels. What you didn't realize was you also lost control of your adrenal gland, and the difference is that thing will kill you. Okay, there's plenty of adrenaline. Kienbaum measured adrenaline levels more than enough to kill a human being, more than enough to kill somebody. Absolutely, that's what this is. Now, Kienbaum concludes that, if you're going to do ultra rapid detoxification, better do it with a trained anesthesiologist or intensivist. Yeah, okay, well, thank you. How about you don't do it at all? That's my opinion. To me, it looks too dangerous. That's my opinion. It looks too dangerous. This big, massive surge in adrenaline. I don't know, man. How are you going to warn people about that? Now, we're going to put you to sleep. I'm not sure you'll ever wake up because you're going to get a big surge of adrenaline from your adrenal gland, and, well, it might kill you. But if you do wake up, and by the way, along those lines, can you pay us before we put you to sleep? Because we're not sure what's going to happen on the other side. Anyway, but that's why this study is so important, and I hope everybody's getting a pretty good idea of what's going on with withdrawal. My name is Dr. Doug Smith. Thank you for joining us here on these podcasts. You will hear the truth here. All these articles are posted with the video on our website. We want you to look at them. Send me any questions you have. We'll be here tomorrow. We will not be here Thursday of this week. My mother passed, and we're having the funeral Thursday. So this week we'll be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We thank you for your time and attention, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.